The case against Christian orthodoxy is really solid when viewed with an open mind. The practices of the Orthodox movement in general are shady when it comes to deciding what is orthodoxy and what is heterodoxy. The facts are undisputable. There was a rich variety of Christianities in the 2nd through 3rd centuries. Further, one can surmise that there was a rich variety of literature produced in the 2nd and 3rd centuries. It is very probable based on the Nag Hammadi find that there was much more literature that did not meet orthodox standards that was destroyed and will possibly never be seen. Let's face the fact. It was serendipitous that we found what we found in the 1940s. Please do not jump to the conclusion that I think everything orthodox was wrong and evil and everything Gnostic and heterodox was right and good. That is not my view at all. You could say that I was born an egalitarian. From my earliest recollections, I was always deeply concerned with what was fair and right for all. I still am. It's probably the reason that I see the error in the extreme polarization of our country these days. It almost seems like a plot of a bad movie, but that is another topic for another time. Suffice it to say that egalitarianism is important to me. While orthodoxy was not egalitarian, neither was Gnosticism and the other heterodox views. I guess this makes me one following the left-handed spiritual path because for all of my years I have been a rebel. In a variety of ways, I hate conformity. My main criticism of Gnosticism is that it is exclusive. That is also my critique of Christianity, especially evangelical orthodoxy. I would argue that it is exclusivity that has alienated so many from Christianity. It creates an us versus them atmosphere. It creates a saint versus sinner when the truth is we are all a little of both. It reminds me of the Eagles' lyrics, "I've been searching for the daughter of the devil himself. I've been searching for an angel in white. I've been waiting for a woman who's a little of both. I can feel her but she's nowhere in sight. One of these nights." I think that these lyrics could be a metaphor for what most seek. This is why I see the Gnosticism in some of John and some of Paul, not the Beatles. Both writers have an egalitarian Gnosticism. In fact, universal reconciliation is an egalitarian doctrine, and it is present in both the writings of John and Paul. I know, they also sound exclusive at times, but that simply means they need to be discerned, and in my view that is exactly where Gnosis comes into play. We are first and foremost conscious beings. If in fact we were created in the image of God, then that is consciousness. The Logos is consciousness. I believe it is fair to equate consciousness and spirit. In fact, we are tripart beings. We are body, spirit, and soul. The body is our flesh, our corporeal, material existence. The spirit is universal consciousness and our link to it. The soul is our individual psyche or our individual consciousness. That was the egalitarian message of Jesus according to both John and Paul. We are the Logos in earthen vessels. This was the essential spiritual, universal consciousness message that Jesus brought to humanity. You, I, and the Father are one. We are all wrapped up in each other because we all proceed from consciousness. That is egalitarian Gnosticism in a nutshell. That is the truth whether comprehended or not. All of us are moving in an upward spiral toward that ever-unfolding and expanding realization. The way to grasp it with ever-increasing degrees is to use our most important asset. It is our spiritual intuition. It is the amalgamating of the spirit and the psyche. Trust your gut. Both the Orthodox Scripture and the Gnostic Gospels contain spiritual revelation from Source. You are capable of deciding which. As I have presented in other videos, the idea that we are individual conscious agents experiencing what the One Supreme Mind knows as possibilities. It is not a stretch to see that we are eternal, and that we choose assignments in what we experience with a larger view of our eternal nature. It is likewise not unreasonable to believe that we do this in various incarnations in various dimensions. So, in an egalitarian way we experience all possibilities and all polarities. We experience pain and pleasure, joy and sorrow with the emphasis being on one or the other in specific incarnations. We experience being victims and perpetrators as well. Further, we experience possibilities that we cannot even imagine in our current dimension. The one apparent idea is that peace and love reign supreme in the long run. I reason this from the Hermetic principle of correspondence. As above, so below. Since there has been an evolution of love, compassion, and peace within our familial structures as humans, it is likewise corresponding that this would be true in the one great mind, the conscious creator. As we progress, we gain knowledge. The Greeks called it gnosis, and that is the very reason that I am confident is egalitarian Gnosticism. This egalitarian Gnosticism demands eclectic and syncretistic spirituality. If you find this interesting and it resonates, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thanks for watching.